Stephen Atubiga, a former member of the National Democratic Congress, or a former NDC member, was surveyed as communications team member of the NDC until before the 2020 general election. Of course, or resign at the AFA Munukuni, just for Sabre no. Going into the 2024 election, no, there's Sicilian Bobby Brain Gusua, Cosonana account be a Stephen Atubiga Wakupimu, El Tamale, that is in the north and the northern region. Now, for one youth, groups, and I think so. Nipa be at me at a common meeting, be at me conference, be at me. Now, for no muna, the for the bachelor say the rate at which the youth in the northern region, the people of the north, they are defecting to the new patriotic party for Enyagro. Recently, na 50 abikwati and I think NDC amonoko ni kopie mu northern region. Na ensemu a 50 kwete de kotu da kire se BAWUMIA is a shame to the north just ensemu okaka no. Na no na youth a wo ho just say anya de so mbepene so because BAWUMIA is never a shame. BAWUMIA is a hero. That is according to the letter one concerned group in the north and now looking at the rate northern region for do a NDC for their defecting to NDC and yasem na Stephen Atubiga for or this same way at the just said my who said the new Mexico going into the 2024 general election na TV.
Nigerians did. They were poor like us in this northern territory. If you are not a teacher, then you are a nurse. There is nothing for us here. But the Nigerians, with their own wisdom, even when they did coup, they handed it to another northerner. If you look at Apache and Co. Then when they got the chance to be presidents, they built all the refineries in the northern sector. Today, that gave birth to Yadua, Dangote and Co. So we don't want freebies from any of our northern presidential candidates. We don't want them to come and give us anything free. They should come and build factories here. They should come, they should make the environment peaceful. As a matter of fact, they should build another Jubilee House in the northern sector. They should build so that the country can be run as both south and the north. They should tell us, if not, we will not support them. They shouldn't give us anything free. They should create tax incentives that all the factories in the cities can also be installed in this country. They should build more banks. The northerners can also get, just like President Kufuor, he encouraged a lot of banks in the system. Okay, and people were chasing people with money. Singapore has a population less than 10 million. They have 375 banks as of 2016. It means today they will have more. They will have media banks, so that some of you, with your experience, you can get facility from there and open a media house in your village. They have banks that are for transportation. If it takes you to work, maybe 20 cedis a day, you calculate at a month. They have the auto banks and the car dealership. You can equally get a vehicle that will equivalent to your car note. Quoted from to describe one of our own leaders as the most disgraced northerner to we northerners in the north, whom we all respect and hold in high esteem, just like we hold our former president, and by telling we northerners on our own northern land how Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is a disgrace to the history of any northerner that ever existed is highly unacceptable, disrespectful, denigratory, tribalistic, and undermining all northerners. We northerners are calling for all disciplinary action against Fifi Kote as the General Secretary of the NDC. Or in fact, he should do the needful by resigning from his position as the General Secretary of the NDC. An apology and apologizing to the whole northern fraternity, especially leaders and people of Tamale, where he exhibited this arrogant attitude towards northerners in order to protect the political hope of the NDC in the north. Fellow northerners, let us arise in straight rebellion against anything or anyone that talks negatively against any northerner in politics, especially when that reflects back to all that was said about northerners in the past, which affects northerners' future today. I am calling on all NDC and its leadership to condemn such denigratory statements against we northerners especially from their general secretary, they must know very well that the most of the NDC support base is from the Northern and Zongo, which could trigger a decision to stop Fifi Kote or the NDC executives from campaigning in the North. The man you are addressing as the most disgraceful Northerners to us, he has reduced the NDC votes. He has increased the MPP parliamentary seats. Instead of you telling people why, we saw how in NDC, our own backyard, how some people were going to Malam's NDC. I was a member. That NDC should lose. Was that not so? Look at how under Fifi Kote he has humiliated Harun Idrisu and Co. Humiliated us. And my beef is that we have John Dramani Mahama there. We had Uncle Hudi Yahya there. We had all those people there. So nobody in his wisdom could tell Fifi Kote, who is not a northerner, that my brother, in our northern territory, you don't use that language here. And there's a reason why they let president, you speak last after everybody has spoken, so that when your people make a mistake, you come and nail it and correct. So I expected my big brother, John Dramani Mahama, to say, hey, General Secretary, this is my land. Whatever you said against Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, I am affected. I'm also a northerner sitting here. I apologize to my northern brothers, my chiefs, my everything. There is nothing like a disgraceful northerner to us. There's a saying in Kusasi that a child that has a lunatic is better than an empty house. And there's also a saying in the north that there's a day that a lunatic child is so important, because when there's nobody, you say, come and help me carry. And his anus is too small to tell we northerners who we should choose. Senior, that if there is no bad economy, it means there's no government to run. Bad economy is part and parcel of running of a country. That is why sometimes you go in for the IMF loan, not that your country is broke, because you've spent and done so much infrastructure that you must show the investors and the international community that you no more go out and be spending. Their investment here will be well scrutinized. You spend very well so that the rate of the dollar will not go down. So going to, no president or no government has never, as a matter of fact, I think from NDC coming down, we've gone to about 15 times. So I'm just trying to elaborate on something, but there is nothing like a good governance or bad governance. It is today. If I was a former NDC man, even though I didn't get any appointment, but at least if you are closer to your mother, you will not lack the tie of a grasshopper. It was better. I could lick in the kitchen when they leave the leftover. I'll gather. Today I'm an orphan. Are you getting me? So all I'm trying to say is that. So today, if I'm crying that things are hard, I am hungry. What right do I have to say I'm hungry? What right as a former NDC minister who had free fuel, free V8, free accommodation, free watchman, free special aid, free trial allowances, that we sometimes even go to the hotels with bottles that paid under our travel asset. Are you getting me? So today, if a formal appointee is saying the country is hard, because no more 10%, because no more free fuel, because no more free facilities, for no more security around you. It is you people who are doing the can-dos, our mothers in the market, the average civil servant, you people taking salaries. It is you people who have the benefit right to say that the country is hard or difficult. Not us, not a politician. So yes, doctor, yes, there are difficulties. I would have done it different, but when you sit on the seat, it's a different ball game. That is why some of us respect a president. It takes a decision. That's why every government, it takes you 2 years to settle. You take 2 years to do the transition, say you have 10,000 appointments to make. Then you are going to inherit the debt, the contracts, the loans, the responsibility. How are you going to get money to pay? And when they are exiting, they create more employment. They will not tell you where money is coming. You have to come and find. So by the time you stand on your ground, start doing your own things, it's 3 years. You can't do anything. If you look, my brother, politics is a party that gives birth to a government. If they find ways and means and mafia and defeat you, they have defeated you, you've lost. There is nothing like they did this to me. Are you getting me? So it came again that this year is going to be your year of roads. My brother, unless you've not traveled the whole country that I've gone to, let's be honest, the roads are like macaroni everywhere. Are you getting me? Then my brothers, my other side, instead of having a message and seeing how we can rebuild the party, I'm talking about my opponents at because look, charity begins at home. No matter how you go and build your house, you cannot push your father's house away. NDC is our father's house. We've moved away and broken away to build another home, just to disagree on certain decisions that they are taking. That doesn't mean that we'll push our father's house away. I get where I'm coming from. Instead of having that 24 hours. What is 24 hours? Is that a message? Restaurants are 24 hours. Can-dos do 24 hours. MTN is 24 hours. Is that not so? churches, the radio station, they do 24 hours. Is that not so? Filling stations are 24 hours. So, and 24 hours cannot be imposed on anybody. It's an individual discretion. Before we used to grow up, there used to be an area that there are rooms that women sit there. I forgot the name we used to call them. I grew and I realized that they were service. You remember those rooms? Whoever saw it? Small rooms, the croppers, they come into our area. It was 24-hour service. When we were growing up, we see somebody with a batakali, they'll come outside. We didn't know what it was. But growing up, we realized that, okay, it was a place that you go and do body anointing. It's also 24 hours. Yeah, yes, you've used the right way, yes. It's 24-hour service. Look, when was it? When we went and greeted our grandfather, Yana, we went to Salamboma, we went to Bunchiritanga, we went to Lumprusi, we proceeded to Bimbila. It was late in the night. We were doing 24 hours campaign. I get him. As we are here, from here, we are going to Upper East to continue, then come back on Saturday and come and do this. So the 24 hours, and here's the case. The day my big brother, Dr. Mahmoud was giving his presentation, my brother, I was sitting on thorns. Especially when he makes a statement that we have done this and achieved this since 1992 up to today. I say, eh? But are you getting me? You should be afraid and scared. For my big brother, John Dramani, now, should we come back and make it 25 hours or 30 hours? We should find something else to match. Now, in moving forward, Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is an economist. He hasn't been president before. John Dramani Mahama is a president. He's a historian. So these are two brothers. When Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is using the jargons of economic jargons and what have you, my brother will be breathing with experience. So then choosing the running mate, this is also a free advice, my big brother. You must choose a running mate that will balance the equation. Bringing our mother back. It's like, excuse my language with your indulgence, forgive me. It's like two barbo who hold the other one to cross the bridge. And I say it everywhere. Our mother didn't add any votes. She didn't increase anything. Look, there's a time to use some people. There's a time to not to use them. And there's a saying in Kusasi that when the fairy has his truth, give it to him. When the fairy has the right or he's truthful, give him to go in. There's nothing like a perfect president. And I think today, you and I, we can hide from our homes and take our phone and hit Google location. It will take us to our girlfriends. Instead of asking that, when you get to Amina Wache place, go, you see that tree. Go and ask the one that fugu. You see the machiri, he's sitting there. Immediately you move forward, you see the barbo sitting down making bicycles. Before you move at that corner, you see the Yombo seller. Then when you go down, today that one is eliminated. And he built it. He's a vice president that have built something as a vice president. Today, if we are sick, venom, when snake bites you, it comes by air. Irrespective, it's an achievement. There's a saying that, I understand when you want to interpret your opponent's dance, you bend your neck. But there are certain things, it will expose you, just like the dollar. Is that not so? Yes. All of you here are enlightened today. Before, when Rollins comes here, when we came here, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and everybody will say, yeah, then you turn around. Today it's not like that. Because of free senior high school, there's an educated person in every family. Okay? So we now want the opportunity given to our brothers, two of them, whether John Dramani Mahama or Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA. They should make sure that the next 5, 6, 10 years, no child will leave Nalorugu, Gambaga, Bindu that they are going to do Kayaye in Kumasi anymore. That is our dream. In politics, it is pull the people, organize the people, transform the people, interact with the people, and counsel the people when you are in government. But when you are on the campaign trail, the T is trick the people. That is where they tell us the impossibility. And in politics, you take the advantage of your opponent's wrongdoing or falling to run. That is why we hang corruption on each other without proof. Today, for the fact that I don't speak in NDC's interest, I'm MPP. But when I was speaking in their interest, I was in a different political party. Let them know that Stephen Atobuga is a Konkumba by maternity, Kusasi by tribe. Very brave. If I want to be MPP, I'll take out this jacket. I'm a straight shooter, American trained. I call a spade a spade. Our vision, NDC, replica is the National Liberation Congress. We are social democrats. We are not Republicans or capitalists. So once you are socialists, we and the MPP, we don't have anything in common. Our manifesto and everything is NDC. That is why the leadership and all the party structure of the NLC is from the NDC. So tell them, yes, and politics is also business. And if down the line we think that the interests of this country will be protected, we are a smaller party. Our goal is to win. But if we don't win and there's a second round, yes, we will make a choice to see whether NDC or MPP will follow. That is why we are a party and it's our right. So there's a saying that when a bank manager goes bankrupt, the watchman has no business how the money should be accounted for. So now Allah has blessed us with 2 northern brothers, including ourselves. Our destiny is in their hands. When I wanted to be the presidential candidate for the NDC, anywhere that I went, they said, Unia Pepe no is. I said, hey, is that so? That is why I stepped back, I resigned and came and joined Dramani Mahama as my big brother. Now that his failure and his success affect me, are you getting me? And unfortunately, we couldn't make it. Dr. BAWUMIA, today, whether we like it or not, he's the limelight of every Northerner today as the vice president, whether we like it or not. And when Dramani Mahama was a president, he wasn't president for NDC, he was president for all Northerners and all Ghanaians. So as when Dr. BAWUMIA being there, he's not a president for all MPP, he's a president for all Northerners. We saw how he used his own money to even build certain chairs for schools. They are my big brothers. And that is why when Allah also gave me the opportunity to lead a party, we have to hold them by the balls to do the right thing so that we will all have a future. So we want to speak one voice. The respect in us is how we hold them accountable. So they owe us a responsibility of coming to the north to tell us. We are not telling them to bring us the national cake to come and give to us. They should give the national cake to everywhere. They should come and create the environment here that will be more attractive with tax incentives, and then encourage that we have cashew, we have all kinds of natural resources here, that if you come and build a factory here and create a certain amount of jobs, you have tax-free. If you come and build this type of factory, government too will say that I will discourage certain importation of certain goods into the country to make sure that we must consume made in Ghana, eat made in Ghana. Demonstration that we are going to hold in this country. Not the NDC Keep Fit Club, Red Wearing Keep Fit Club exercise that you've been seeing that they call it demonstration. Our people, this demonstration is non-political, non-party colors. It's about Northerners to come out and let's demand dignity and respect from the NDC. We don't care whoever you can